With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed. Mississippi crew was born to be judged when the gals and all them the ship was afraid of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. Big freighter discovered was better than most, with the crew and good captain well seasoned. The corn came late and the breakfast had to wait. The way spoke all of the railing. Every man knew as the captain did know, which of November comes blessed.
Yo, welcome to Smallmouth Crush with my co-host Epic Eric.
Getting salty with it down here in the Outer Banks.
Just looked up. I was getting nervous. The Ass and Bone is actually on Lake Superior right now, bud. Right there.
You haven't seen it.
I haven't
this
seen
summer
it all
yet.
summer, and it's way the fuck up there.
How long is it going to take to get to you?
I don't even know if it's going to get there.
It's not a summer without the Ass and Bone.
We need more Ass and Bone, and there it is. 1 minute ago, sitting right there.
You track it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, man. Well, maybe when I come up this fall, we'll see it, man. It'll be the last thing we see in 2025. Man, how about that? I didn't even know there was an app for that. Hey, cheers to you, Travis. I'm
There you
drinking
go.
the Topo
Ranch
Chico
water.
ranch water. Have you ever had it? It's lime, agave. It's tasty.
Yes.
Yeah, I like this one, man. Yeah. Feeling good. Thank you.
All right. So, what we got in the why do people feel the need to text me at this time of the night?
I mean, right in the beginning of the show. Who could that possibly be?
JP. We got, if he jumps on before our guest tonight, we got to talk because
Okay.
we apparently, I told JP a week ago,
Yeah.
there's a tournament out of Messina, the BFL, and there's a
Right.
team tournament out of the Clayton. I said, I don't
Right.
know which one I'm going to jump into.
Right.
So this MF signs up both of us, and he wants to fish out of his boat for Ranger cash.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I'm like, okay, JP, so you're gonna come up here once on Fridays, fishing for me on Friday. You haven't been up here in 2 weeks. We're gonna just run all your waypoints, bud. Is that how that's gonna work?
I don't think
You
so.
know, it's not like, I mean, now that I got a little Great Lakes Finesse tackle pack, I might be able to go as a co-angler and just cram a bunch of baits in here. But what's he expect me to do?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. You've been out twice a day. How many days in a row? Right? I mean, I think you would. I don't know. I don't know. Don't you get? You don't get cash right now in the Camus because it's 2 years old.
I don't know. No, I get
Yeah.
Camus cash, but for some reason, the dude that runs the cash and rod circuit doesn't want to call Camus and sign up. Like, if you're a tournament director, wouldn't you reach out to every boat that gives out extra money for tournaments and
Yeah.
sign your organization up ASAP?
It doesn't seem that hard, honestly. You draw more boats that way, right?
Yeah.
If you've got Triton, if you've got
Or maybe not have your trail on the same day that another trail's going out on the St. Lawrence River called a BFL.
Oh man.
I mean, maybe a Sunday event. I don't know. How stupid are people?
You know, that's a good point because, you know, if you had a BFL on Saturday, a lot of those guys would hang around for the Sunday derb, right?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
doubt. That would double your numbers in participation. You got to look at the schedule if you're an organization before you schedule, man.
I have no idea. I don't know what's wrong with people. I don't care anymore. I just deal with it. I deal with
What's
it.
it? What's it going to take to win? So when is this BFL and when is this Cash and Rods tournament?
Cash-in Saturday, BFL Saturday.
Wait a minute. There's an NPFL coming up.
Oh yeah, those chodes have been out today looking.
Yeah, they were out yesterday. Today, they'll get 3 days of practice. So you're going to have 3 things happening on the St. Lawrence River. What's it going to take? I want to hear your prediction. NPFL, no live scope. What's it going to take for a 3-day event to win? Make your prediction right now. And people chime in on the comments too.
25 a day should win.
75. All right. That's the river. Can they go to lake? I can't remember. I
don't
they're
think
contained.
so.
Right. So they're contained to the river. All right. What's it going to take in the Cash and Rod single day?
Can
you get 30?
I'm just going off of me.
Yeah, just you. Yeah.
I gotta go off of me.
Okay, do it. What is it?
I'd be
28?
happy. I'd be happy to have 25.
Oh wow. All right. So BFL would be the same. 25. So you think 25 is the number. You got to have 5 5-pounders.
And then hope that a couple people sucked.
Are there 6s still readily available, or are they post-spawn? They're thinned out right now.
So there's still plenty of fish on beds.
Oh, wow.
I have not been able to explore much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just been cloudy.
Oh, I see.
So I had a guy trip yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
We caught one good 5.
Yep.
On a bed.
Yep.
There's one on a spot. JP and I fished the same area 2 years ago.
Yep.
And we caught a good one. And I know fish spawn on the exact same stuff, but is it the same fish? You know what I mean?
You'd have to look at the markings. I mean, Joe caught the same smallmouth 3 times.
Right. That I couldn't tell you because we carried that one. We carried his ass back to
a long way. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow.
But he's set up on the same spot. So what happens? And I really wish I had time to get more focused on life and do stuff, but you guys,
what do you mean?
I came up with a amazing rig for sight fishing.
Oh,
that I do want to make a video. It's just too late in the year to make it. I'll make it for next year, but my point is well,
no,
I'll teach you. I'm so sick of losing weight, Spud.
Yeah.
I got a crimping tool and 50-pound mono, and I fixed that problem.
That's pretty cool.
I fixed that problem. I'm really proud of the setup. But anyway, so yesterday the fish is in the bowl, and he'd only hit when it was on that ledge, and we had to shake that goby perfectly.
Goby, like live goby?
No, just a fake, just a.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So
he's shad type of bait.
Yeah.
And
so these
bait
fish
position was critical.
Yeah. So right now we're at the tail end of the spawn, but there's still plenty of fish spawning, and the fish that are spawning now are really guarding fry, and the fry aren't exactly where they were when they were super small or just coming out of their eggs, right?
Yeah.
So now these fish are moving more in a very predictable pattern, but very time-consuming pattern. And
one fish on that. What do you mean?
One fish is suspended 3 feet off the bottom, just running his deal.
Garden fry.
Yeah, and we'll be able to catch them. But
okay,
we got that one.
That marabou jig comes into play.
No,
the post spawn. Okay,
nah, you're good.
You're not throwing a marabou jig in the post spawn.
Just keep casting off your pier, bud.
What? I thought that'd be a great post spawn tactic.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. Anyway, so that fish looked well over 5. Okay, and then and then there was another rock where JP and I 2 years ago caught a good one, and he's on that same rock again.
Spawning.
But
See it.
he's doing his thing, and I don't think we could get that one to bite. I believe that one was over 5.2. I wasn't able to capture two of them, so I don't know what the weights are.
Yeah.
But
So
honestly,
these are male fry garters that are very large.
yeah.
And so what would you target a fry garter smallmouth? I mean, typically like largemouth, wacky Senko's gonna get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, there's a couple baits, but
You don't want to say. Prior to the tournament.
No, I
Well,
don't
people
care.
want to know. Well, go ahead.
Just some natural looking thing, and
That's just vague as fuck.
The thing is with
natural thing.
So right now with clients and me in the flogger, it's hard to like these roamer. It's different now. We're at the stage now where you got the roamer fish, and you have to be constantly on him with your rod to get him upset and get him to react. So with me, with the flogger and rod in hand, I think I can get it done. However, at this point right now, I think JP and I are going to be targeting post-spawn fish.
Okay, that are deeper in that 20, 15,
well, they're also
25.
shallow. They're also shallow.
What are they doing? Just hunting for a meal at that point?
Yeah.
Feeding up. They're ready. They're just chewing. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a good spy bait, a good swim bait bite going on. There's it's good. You gotta work for them.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Well, that's exciting. But you haven't been able to see them because it's been cloudy.
Well,
they're just randomly casting.
Bro, I got thousands of beds, and I just don't even know how to
attack them all.
Yeah, I guess it's a fallback last resort. I think that's how, unless I find something this week.
Okay.
Unless I find something this week, I think chance. I do.
You feel like you got a chance to win
if everything goes right.
So you're fishing the Cash and Team Trail, not the BFL.
Wow, he signed us up.
So you're fishing
out of his boat.
Well, you can fish the BFL and he can fish the Cashin.
That's what I told them.
Right. Work together.
But we got the NPFL up here this week.
You do.
You got the local team out of the Cash and Rods going out.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think Dan, who's going to be with us in a little bit from Great Lakes Finesse, is fishing that. He's probably all got his bed fish picked out. So by the time I get up here from Messina, I might be dry.
Oh, yeah, you could be coated.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'm going to suck it up and figure out how to manage waypoints and tackle.
Real quick, is the BFL river only?
Yeah, I think so.
Is the Cash and Rods river only?
No, that's out of Clayton. I think you can go anywhere.
Okay, you can go anywhere. The Cash and go anywhere. BFL river only, and NPFL is river only. So 2 in the river, but that's a long run for those guys because they're going out of Messina, right? What is that?
Yeah.
2.5 hours to the mouth?
2 hours, yeah.
2 hours in good weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the forecast looking like?
It's looking good. It's looking good.
Okay.
Yep.
So the Cash and Rods is out of Clayton.
Yes.
So you won't have to, if you're going to lake, you won't have to worry about anybody. If you fish in the river, you will.
Right.
And the BFL is launched out of where?
Messina.
So the NPFL and the BFL are the same.
I think NPFL wraps up on Friday, doesn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't follow any of that.
Yeah, first day of practice was yesterday. So yeah, today was second. Tomorrow's third. Right. So tomorrow is Tuesday, the third day of practice, and then do they get a day off?
I don't know.
So tomorrow's Thursday.
I don't know how it works. I don't
Wednesday, know. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It might be fishing Saturday. I don't know, dude.
I couldn't imagine. And then JP's got 12-inch screens. How am I supposed to operate on 12-inch screens? It's like
none of it makes any sense. But go
put
ahead.
me on the bank with Shoreline George, and
So if you're fishing out of his boat, what is your role?
Oh, I'm directing for sure.
What do you mean you're directing?
I'm telling where to go,
Okay, gotcha,
when to
gotcha,
stop the
gotcha.
boat.
And then who's going to be doing the fishing?
Bedfish, he will. Other stuff,
So,
we both will.
so he's going to be flogging with the rod in his hand,
I'll
or
be
you're going to be
flogging.
okay. So you're flogging, he's dropping.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling him shake it, stop it, move it, pull it up, put it down again.
Shake it,
6
shake it,
inches
shake.
to the
Stop.
right.
Don't move.
So
Don't move.
don't
Let it
move.
sit.
Don't let it sit.
Don't
Sit. He's
don't
got it.
move it. Don't move it.
How many times will you say that? Don't move it. Don't move it. Don't move it.
Every day, forever.
It's
Ah.
oh my gosh. Do you have nightmares about don't move it? Don't move it.
So listen, I had
Tell me.
I had a cancellation today.
Oh, what'd you do with your free day?
Well, I thought it'd be cool, and I set the alarm for 4 a.m. I was gonna go out towards speaking of Big JP.
What's up, fellas? Just got back from sparring. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Who you
Hey,
sparring with?
My son was sparring with a bunch of black belts. I don't ever miss it if I'm in town. So,
Nice.
JP, we got a big event coming up.
yeah, look at this.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's in shape. He's in fighting shape.
I told you, man. One protein shake a day.
Yeah,
There it is.
2 a day.
Make that camera right. Or I'm
I'm
gonna.
trying. I just want to send the link to my email so I can hold on 1 second.
So you can what?
So I can look at the comments. I love the comments.
We all love the comments. Anyway, keep going, Travis.
I don't know where we're at. Oh, we're in JP's boat.
You set your alarm for 4 a.m. You thought it'd be cool.
Okay. So I set my alarm for 4 a.m. and I was going to drive all the way up into Canada and launch way up on the other side of Kingston. I had big plans today, even though it was going to be windy. And then I just kind of woke up and I was like, I couldn't get out of bed. If I get up later than 5, I feel like the day's shot.
You're done.
Yeah. I feel like I was too late.
So you stayed home.
So I had to scramble and launch out of Clayton.
Oh, did you launch?
Yeah. You know who canceled?
Who?
Rankers.
No way.
Well, he thought he was fishing tomorrow with me. You know.
Come on, man. Is he fishing the cash-in?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be competing against him. And he wanted you to take him out.
Just to have some fun. Yeah.
I got you. Just for old time's sake.
Sure. Anyways, so I launched out of Clayton. I ran all the way up to Cape. And then I was like, I was going to go around the backside of the Wolf. And then I was like, I'll just run out there, even though I know it's going to be rough. And it was rough.
Oh,
and then I did that little deal. Remember, we got an argument filming back in that spot.
Yeah.
And then and I said, screw it. I said, I ain't learning nothing. I said, I'm going to go catch some walleye. So I went walleye fishing. Jacked on some walleye today.
I like it. That's good.
Nice. What I catch? Let's talk walleye real quick. So I found a big pot of them, jig and spoon, cotton cordell.
Nice.
Ripping that. And then the bite stopped. And I was like, what do I got to do here? So I threw on a 3/8 ounce football head from Great Lakes Finesse with a 2.8 Kitech on the back. And I just kind of drifted through them and actually caught some real big ones doing that.
Wow.
But yeah, we caught some.
What's the limit on walleye?
Not sure. As a sovereign citizen, it's fill the freezer. As a civilian that abides by the rules, I think it's 3.
Okay, gotcha. So if you happen to be stopped, you'd have been over the limit, it sounds like.
I went back to the ramp with 3 walleyes.
Okay, gotcha. And the other 20 you filleted and put them in a secret compartment.
No. I like fresh fish. I like fresh fish. I don't like to keep them.
Yeah.
I don't like freezing them.
That makes sense. Did you eat them tonight?
I did.
How were they prepared?
Well, I had one. Good.
How was it prepared? What'd you do?
Baked them.
Yeah? What was the
Yeah.
accoutrement? What did you put on top of them to make them taste good?
Some radish and
Radish.
yeah,
That's
it's
interesting.
yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
I've been eating a lot of seafood too. I've been eating lobster, scallops, swordfish, uh,
Hmm.
salmon. At least
You've
twice a
turned
week, I'm having seafood now.
you've turned over a new leaf.
I always liked seafood, but I didn't like cooking it. So now,
yeah,
you know what the ticket is? The air fryer.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, we got
What do you got? A
Dave Mercer.
ninja?
Dave Mercer in the house. He wants me to come up and crack some walleyes with him in Canada. Will you
Oh,
come down here,
really?
Dave? We'll go
Yeah.
catch him.
When's Dave Mercer coming back on the show? Dave
I
Mercer.
don't know.
I mean, Dave's always an interesting conversation,
Yeah,
man. Come on.
he's probably busy. He's got a couple events coming up, doesn't he?
Dave's always busy, man, but he makes time for Smallmouth Crush. So book him in
There you go.
advance, get him on the show, get him on the schedule, because you know how tight our schedule is.
Yeah.
It kind of meanders. I mean, maybe we'll have a show, maybe we won't. Do we have a topic? Maybe we'll have a topic, maybe we won't. It's like a meandering stream, this stream.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
You just never know where
Anyways,
it's gonna
so
go.
how are we going to compete? So I got to fish JP's boat as a co-angler Saturday with 12-inch screens. JP, do
JP,
better.
what's up with that? Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
He says he doesn't even need 12-inch screens.
All right. I don't think JP wants to talk about it, but because the last message was,
Don't say too much, bud.
all right. So here's the message he sent me back.
Read it to us. I can't read that. Let me see if I increase my screen. We shall just use your boat. I don't feel like listening to this too much longer.
And I wrote all this stuff.
Hold on, let me read some of that. I hope you can find some fish Friday for the tournament this week. No pressure. It's too funny. Two captains don't make a
I
team.
guess my point is I'm not happy with the decision, but I'm going to go
Yeah.
along with it and try to have a fun tournament experience.
Yeah.
Well, that'll make for a great video.
I know what's going to
Please
happen.
have
I'm
the
going to be
camera.
told to get in the passenger seat of my own boat and just sit there and shut up. So
Now, you want me to get my ice fishing shuttle out and put my waypoints on this device and try to he thinks all my icons are going to look the same. I don't know yet.
Oh, you're gonna rig up the old ice fishing apparatus on the back, and so you'll
I
have
need
your
a
own,
shuttle,
like,
dude, so I can do my work out there.
Very
Put me in a
interesting,
foreign
man.
boat that I have not comfortable
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, I mean, you're actually gonna have to fish. It's crazy.
I would have just thought two good buddies, they would just put the chip in each other's boats and call it a day. I don't know where the secrets are here. I'm feeling a little left in the secret dust here. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't that be nice
Well,
just
I
to
mean, there
download
is
my
that.
GPS chip on your unit?
I would do
Nice
it to you.
try,
It was
JP.
mine.
Yeah,
I
you
bet
got
you
8
would.
rocks out there. I got 1,800.
Well,
Fair trade. Fair trade. It would never use that against you.
I'm just kidding. But guess what, JP? Old Reliable's coming back.
old reliable.
Oh, yeah. Remember 4 years ago when that thing was working really good?
Oh yeah.
I know it. I know what you threw last summer. I got two
I
baits in
don't know.
mind. Oh, I
There's
do.
actually no,
I do.
it's been I don't know. It's been good. JP
The good news is somebody's loaded up with them.
maybe.
No, definitely.
It looks like I'll be able to explore a little bit tomorrow. We got decent wind, maybe some sun in the afternoon. So
He says 25 is going to win it. JP, do you concur?
No, I think it's going to take 29.
Oh, we have a little difference of opinion here.
how?
That's a
So all bedfish?
I see a lot of people still weighing in big 27 to 29 on Facebook on their bubbas. So unless they're holding the scale down, there's too many people catching big fish.
Yeah, that's not me. If you want to catch 4-pounders, book me. If you want to catch 6s, It ain't happening.
I mean, that's the guide's dilemma. They're just
No,
focused on
bro.
the
I've
bigs. You're
looked.
trying to
I've
put
been
fish in the boat.
everywhere. There is.
JP, then how
I
do you
don't
account
have
for that?
I don't have 5-6 pounders located. I'll tell you that right now. No way.
So let's talk about that a little bit. JP, how's that getting done? Travis is out there doubles. He's doing doubles every day. How can he not be on 6-pound fish?
I don't know.
No,
It was
no
hard.
theory, no idea.
I didn't catch a whole bunch of fish over 6 pounds in the 10 days that I've been up there so far. So, but
Yeah.
people are catching them. So,
Travis, what's your thought?
Well, I haven't been where I wanted to get to yet.
Is that it? They grown bigger in Canada?
Well,
Maybe. Perhaps they do. Maybe
yeah.
Dan will give us some insight.
Yeah, he ain't gonna say shit. I
No,
guarantee it.
it's interesting.
No.
You guys are competing. Why don't you fish the BFL? You fish the cash-in, and then you kind of like share and work together and then split double pot. Doesn't that make sense to spread your
he
wings?
wants to have a romantic trip out on his boat, and I'll give it to him.
no, I don't know. I think my boat's broke down.
Yeah.
You got a broken boat now?
No.
Oh. Who would you take with you, JP? Who would you want flogging for you?
Oh,
Is there-
Travis.
Yeah, but if you didn't have Travis, let's say you did make some arrangement where it's like some kind of a
Oh, he
split.
fished by himself.
There's only
You
one other
would.
person I would fish it. There's a couple people, but my dad would have the first shot.
Can he handle the
I don't
water
know.
out there?
I don't know.
You're gonna make your old man flog?
I would flog.
Oh, okay. Dad, get down there, man. Okay, so you would flog and you would give him instruction.
Yeah.
That seems like a perfect opportunity for a father-son bonding moment.
Might be. We're gonna be all right, Jake.
I don't think this tournament's getting won on beds.
Really?
All right, then.
You ain't catching 28 without looking at him.
Mm.
How can you say that?
You guys have a difference of opinion. See, this is the problem with two captains
Bro, I'm
trying
out
to
here.
be a team.
I,
This isn't going to end well. I'm making a prediction. Please film everything.
we might just suck. I'm doing two things. And if spot A doesn't work, spot B, JP, I haven't even fished it this year.
You've been saving it.
Well, I went through it today at 20
they
miles
there?
an hour without using the trolling motor.
Were they there?
It's a big place. I didn't catch anything.
All right, so spot A's done. He caught
No, that's
zero.
spot B. Spot B.
Oh, you haven't fished spot A.
Well, spot
JP.
A, I took my clients to, and they have a boat up here for 5 days, so that's getting beat up for the next 5 days. So we'll see what happens.
Wait. You gave spot A to clients that have been on it for 5 days straight prior to a tournament? What
That's
sense
what I
does
do.
that make?
Because I'm a guide
Wow.
before a tournament angler.
So he's burned spot A, JP. How do you feel about that? And spot B, there's nothing on. So what's C and D?
Run to
Did
some
you-
4.5 pound bedfish and hope that NPFL didn't snatch him up before we get there.
JP, have you burnt all your spots for your guide trips, or did you reserve anything for your tournament season? Let's talk about this. This is the guide's dilemma.
I haven't been up there in a week, so.
Well, that's encouraging. So, Travis, he's going to be practicing on the day of the tournament with you.
That doesn't scare me, Rick. That's how big JP rolls.
Oh, big JP's got big balls, Travis. He says he doesn't care if you burn spot A, B, C, and D. He's not been up there in a week. He says he can still go get 27 and 29 pounds.
Well,
JP are going to be bed fishing them?
JP just stares into the camera.
It's just strange. Okay.
It is.
It's not like
All right.
anybody's going to like do something different because you said you're going to bed fish or not. You don't have
This
to.
sounds like a great.
I already told you. I don't think it's getting one on beds.
So you don't plan on bed fishing. So Travis, you don't need to. You're not flogging. You're going to have to cast and find them. You better bring your ice fishing unit, bro. You're going to be lost. So it doesn't work. One guy's going to be scoping, and you can't be casting the same fish. Travis, you got to figure out a way to catch him in the back of the boat, and don't even be crowding him up there. He needs to do work. You're truly going to be a co-angler this Saturday. That's going to suck. Please roll the cameras the whole time.
All right,
Can't
let's
wait to
bring
hear
our
Travis
next guest in. Maybe he
complaints
can
from the
help
back.
us out here.
I don't
Dan,
think
Great
so.
Lakes Finesse, how are you doing tonight?
Good. Just laughing back here. You know,
What's
What
it
do you
gonna
think of this
take,
setup?
bud?
I mean, I'm not
Come
trying to
on.
stir the pot, Dan. What's your prediction?
I don't know, man. Maybe like 32.4 or something.
I mean,
Oh.
is that serious? 32?
I'm not. I'm joking. I don't
Okay.
think so.
No, what do you really think it's going to take to win?
28. 27,
28?
28. Yeah, probably.
28. All right,
Yeah.
JP, he's right in the middle of your range. You said 27 to 29. Travis is 3 pounds short. He's not even cashing a check with 25.
Yeah.
Well, Travis, maybe JP should be captain in the boat with that attitude.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
JP, I'll be up there Saturday. Travis, you just go fish the BFL weighing your 24.75 pounds. Me and JP will take care of it. JP, you're flogging for me. I can follow instructions. And listen, if you need me to just cover water, I'll fucking catch it by. I just keep casting. I was telling this kid on the pier, it's like everybody's waiting for somebody to catch one, right? So they don't throw, right? And there's this little ditch. There's this really perfect spot on Nags Head Pier. And literally it has been the same because it hasn't changed with the beach renourishment, right? And so every day, this kid is just waiting for me to catch. And I'm like, dude, that's why you don't catch them. You're not throwing. Keep throwing, right? I explain everything to him. And you know what's really cool about this experience down here? The same thing applies to bass fishing. Depth, speed, and cadence. So crazy to me, man. Those fish respond. They want a certain depth. They want that bait presented with a certain cadence. You got it, man.
All right. In all
Anyway.
honesty, JP, I'm looking forward to this event, fishing out your boat. And I
That's
do
such a lie.
and I do feel we will be casting, not sight fishing.
Nice.
Okay. So what's the plan? Travis, will you have your own unit? Because
No, just for the
I've
waypoints.
seen that movie. Okay, got it.
Just for the waypoints. Yeah.
And then you're going to be covering. Hopefully, it's sunny and you're using your eyes. I'm guessing you guys are going to be shallow. I mean, does that maximize both of you? Or you could be drifting together, right? That would be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay.
Okay.
We'll have fun.
You going to film it?
I'm telling you what, the days are flying by. The last 6-7 days of guiding,
Yeah.
1 o'clock came like that. And that's how this tournament's going to come, JP. If we don't mess up,
Wow.
like we have to make the right decisions. Time is going to fly Saturday.
It's gonna fly.
That's usually the tournament scenario, right?
Not always. Sometimes it seems like it's like,
Just
But yeah.
drags. Yeah. So you said it's out of Messina? Or you're Clayton?
Clayton, yeah.
You're Clayton, and you go to the lake. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think your run time versus fishing time will be? I'm very curious with the game plan, and I want you to each hold up a number of fingers to represent the hours that you'll run. So give me run time. Don't show your hand yet, JP. And Dan, I want you to think about the same thing because you're fishing the same tournament.
Wait,
So
wait.
run
You're
time-
asked. No. Cashin's
No,
is Clayton. BFL is Messina.
What? You're fishing cashing.
Yeah, we're all
Had a-
fishing it.
That's what I said. So I want to know how much time you're going to spend running around versus how much time you're spending fishing. So
Oh.
JP, get your hours of run time with
Oh,
your
I
hand.
see.
Don't show your
Okay.
fingers. I know,
As of
and
right
on the-
now.
Right. On the count of 3, I want you to all
Okay.
hold up your fingers. Okay. On
All right.
3. 1, 2, 3. Travis says 1, 2, and 2. Maybe Dan and JP should fish together.
I honestly don't even know. I haven't even been out there yet. So
Come on.
I'm going out. No, I'm going out tomorrow.
Okay.
I was out last week when I had my boat at your
Okay.
place there. But that was, I mean, things have changed a lot. So I'm going out tomorrow actually to do some filming, and
They've
I'll get a sense of
changed.
what's going on. Yeah, well, I'm sure things change fast right now.
You mean just post spawn and how many fish are
Yeah,
leaving
I mean,
beds and
week to week, right?
last wave? Sure. Day to day
Um,
sometimes, right? Very
so
cool.
yeah, I'll go
What's the
tomorrow and
weather
film.
forecast look like
Looks good
for Saturday? Good?
so far. I mean, that could change, but
Always.
it'll be all right.
All right. Cool.
Travis will get him.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't
He's
know,
in a
man.
coast. It's in a coast situation. It's weird for him.
He says he was
That'd
walleye
be
fishing,
fun.
but I think he was out there looking for a 30 sack.
Well, I did catch a couple decent smallmouth mixed in with them walleyes.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you think they were there?
I
Or were
the
you
other
just surprised they were there mixed in?
no, I jumped a probably heavy 5, maybe a 6, but on a freaking spoon.
Did
Yeah.
that surprise you that there were big smallmouth mixed in? Or is that frequent? I'm just curious.
On the spot, no, it doesn't surprise. Like where I was.
Okay.
No.
Got it. All right.
Mhm.
It's gonna
Cool,
be
man.
fun.
Yeah.
All right. This is awesome. Great Lakes
I got a
finesse for
pretty quick. I like a
smallmouth
little
crush.
story
Big
that's a little
JP.
off topic. I want to share here. So I was
Okay.
Please
4th of
do.
July morning. I wake up. I want to go do a little fishing. My son was with my parents. They were going to my uncle's house up on Casiuna Lake. Anyway, wake up with the wife. I said, hey, I'm going to go for a couple hours just over to the local lake here, and I'll be back. She goes, all right. So I walk outside, right, and I unplug the boat, and I tripped on a battery charger.
Mm.
I put my hand up to stop myself from falling, and then I proceeded to get stung by at least 30 yellow jackets. So
Oh my God.
I'm rolling on the front yard screaming, right? Oh my God, they're stinging the shit out of me. And finally they stopped and I ran in the house and my wife put calamine lotion all over me. And I was pissed. But I didn't let it discourage me. I still went. So I get out there on the water and I'm talking to Travis, and there was like blue algae all over this one end of this lake. And it's a small lake, you know. And I think I caught a couple of small fish while I was on the phone with Travis, but then I come around this corner and I thought of you, Eric, because there was this log coming down onto this little rocky point, and I'm like, man, you know, I think I'm just gonna flip a big heavy jig right over there. And I flipped
Yeah.
this jig over there, man, and as soon as it hit the water, I felt and the
Punk.
line
Oh.
swimming right, and I set the hook, and it was like a 6'4".
Oh.
Jumped 3 times, right? I boat flipped it. I was all happy, took a bunch of pictures of it,
Dude,
but
awesome.
my ears looked like ice cubes because they were so swollen from these yellow jackets biting me. So I get home from the fishing trip. I left right after I caught that big fish. I was like, you know what? It's 4th of July. Go home, spend some time with the wife. I got a big fish. It's only 15 minutes from the house. So on the way home, I stopped at the local hardware store, and I bought 20-foot hornet spray. So you can stand 20 feet away and you can spray the nest, right?
Yeah.
So I pulled in and I parked my truck and boat out in the front away from the nest. And then I got in my work truck and I pulled like 6 feet from this thing and I just rolled the window down just enough where I could get the can, right? And you could see you could see the hole pointing out where these nests are. I sprayed a whole bottle in there, right? And I put my
Yep.
window up, and I'm talking about thousands of these bees came out, and they're
Wow.
flying and they're peppering the truck, right? And I'm like, what the hell? So then I waited for it to cool off, and those freaking things started going back in after the foam fell off the nest. So I rolled the window down again, and I blasted them again, right? And they're flying all over the place. So I get out of the truck, and I'm walking into my neighbor goes, hey, I saw you getting stung this morning. He works for the railroad, and he's like, I got some really good bee spray. Do you want a can? I go, yeah. So he hands me this stuff, and I did a test squirt. This was 30 foot. So this is like
Wow.
even stronger. So I got 30 feet away, and I felt like the Terminator. I pointed it at it. I started squirting. As soon as I hit the bullseye in the hole, I just started walking towards this thing, right? And I walked up, and I'm squirting the stuff right up inside this nest, right? And then I took a snow shovel, and I popped the nest off, and it landed on the driveway, and I stepped on it. And I don't know what yellow jackets have inside the combs, but there was like 7 layers of combs. The nest was about this big. There was like 7 layers of combs, and it was like straight pus squirting out all these combs when I stepped on it. And I felt like a
Aliens.
man after I destroyed that
It's
beat.
aliens. Nice job, JP.
Yeah. I hate
I'll
them
drink.
things.
I'll
Yeah,
toast to that.
Wow.
Glad you shared that. That's awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Well, listen, we
bring that energy on Saturday.
Oh, I
Man.
always got that energy. I'm ready to
Oh
rip.
yeah. Dan, you got some new stuff coming out with Great Lakes Nest. We want to talk about that a little bit tonight. I guess it's going to be officially what, ICast, or I guess there was some social media posts prior to that, but
yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, it's all out now. New micro series. Basically just smaller stuff. If we couldn't get any smaller.
Wait a minute. Smaller than what you already have?
Yeah, smaller.
Holy crap. What?
Yeah.
I thought your stuff was micro. That's crazy. Holy
maybe
crap.
for you. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, we've been playing with, super small stuff for a long time. And, even the original lineup was kind of like, okay, we probably shouldn't go any smaller than that. People really won't understand. But, we just kept playing with the smaller stuff, testing more prototypes and stuff, and realizing like, okay, it's just too good not to release it. And we were using it. I mean, like for example, the new 2-inch Juvie Craw. I mean, this was as soon as we made the 2-inch version. So this is like the bigger one. So you can see it's a lot smaller. But yeah, little tiny baits seem to be the ticket. It seems like we just got to keep going smaller and smaller to trick some of these fish. And
Juvie Junior. That's cool.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that it's like mandatory for every situation, but there's definitely situations where we find it really shines. Even this spring we were throwing the new micro sneaky underspin. So this one's really tiny. So this is like the regular one. And then this one's, I know it doesn't look, okay, you kind of tell.
There you go.
There.
Yeah, now you can. There
So it's a
go.
little bit
better.
small. Yeah, it's smaller. It comes in lighter weights, like 3/32 ounce, 1/8 ounce, and even 3/16 ounce. But really, like if the water's cold or they're really off, that small one will allow you to fish shallow really efficiently. Like I can't believe how many fish are in like a foot and a half of water where we felt like we couldn't throw this bait before, and now we're throwing these little micro ones way up there, and it just blows our mind how many fish we can catch in super skinny water. And then sometimes it just forces us to slow down as well. It just allows us to move the bait slower, and sometimes that's just the ticket. So yeah, I mean, even this spring, Matt and I were fishing together one day, and we were in about 3 feet of water, and I was catching them like every other cast, and out fishing them like 5-1. He was using the regular sneaky underspin, and he was just finally like, "Hey, give me one of those," and we just beat on him after that with the little micro. So yeah, we got a little micro underspin. We made a micro drop minnow, so it's a 2.25-inch drop minnow. It's like really small. This is the like a 3 3.25 inch, and this is the original 2.75. But this little guy fits perfectly on the sneaky underspin. And
same Gamakatsu hook, by the way.
Yeah. So Gamakatsu hook.
Perspective. Okay.
Yeah. So this is on the micro sneaky underspin. So this is a 3/16 ounce. You can see how small that hook is. That's a size 1 Gammy 604.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Compared to the larger, that's the larger one. So you can see the gap difference is pretty significant. Let me show you that if I can line this up. You can see the difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then then we also, for the little Juvie Craw, we needed to make a smaller mini pro tube head. So this is the new micro. Mini micro tube head compared to
them today.
The regular one. So these are perfect for guys who fish like little 1.75 inch or 2-inch tubes. 2-inch tubes aren't really a big secret for like the hardcore tournament anglers, especially like Green Bay and out that way. There seems to be a lot of anglers really fishing a 2-inch tube, and that's where this little 2-inch Juvie Craw really comes into play too.
Same gauge on the hook for the tube head?
Yep. Yep, same gauge, just it's a smaller one, size
Smaller
1
hook, yeah.
instead of a 1/0. Yep.
Got it.
And then a smaller
Very cool.
snack craw. Yeah, so a 1.75-inch snack craw.
Oh,
And this is the original. So yeah, super small if you got like a little finesse jig or something, or on our size 1 jig head. So we've got little size 1 Ned heads and ball heads and stuff, and these fit perfectly on the size 1. So yeah,
I
we
love
just
that
kind of,
ball head, man. It's one of my favorites.
yeah, no, they're
So
I
good.
mean, I love them, obviously. I mean,
Mhm.
designing them and fishing them. But yeah, these are the baits that we found we gravitated to the most. So, we just figured, okay, we'll go to the micro for these ones, and yeah, really excited about it. I don't know if everyone will completely understand, because I think that it takes just a new approach. Super light line, longer rods. We recently launched the Finesse CX rods, and that's kind of before this, but those rods are perfect for these little tiny micro baits, those longer rods, and the medium light actions. Yeah, not much to say other than, yeah, really excited about these super small baits. They're really effective, and part of me is sad that we gave up the juice because we were using them, and but at the same time, I'm excited because people will get to see how effective little tiny baits can be on like the biggest fish.
So when do you pull out that micro? Is it a weather thing? Is it a pressure thing? Is it like you're in a bay? Because there's been some bays where I fished with Travis. I mean, the bay we fished in, right? Where I threw the underspin for that nice 6-pounder on the 3-pound test. A lot of boats
Yep.
in that bay. Is that a situation where if you downsize, or is it time of year where that, the new craws have just hatched? tell,
Yeah.
tell tell us when and why.
Yeah, so I've had tournaments before where, like, I'm halfway through the day, I'm seeing that the craws are super small. So
Mm,
that's when I pick up that little juvie craw. There was a tournament once where I was for like a week looking everywhere for little tiny craw baits that I could use in this tournament, because I noticed that that's what they were coughing up. Like, we would catch these fish and they would cough up these tiny little craws. So that would be a scenario. But really, anytime I can't get fish to bite, that's when I'm pulling this stuff out. So it's
okay.
kind of like ace in the hole. Like, okay, I know they're there. They're not biting. Maybe they're pressured because people have seen them, especially sight fishing. So like, we're up
Yeah.
shallow on a flat and stuff, and we're seeing those fish cruise. I mean, anyone who's been doing this long enough knows about, like, you keep pitching baits at these fish that are cruising, and you're trying to get them to bite. This is where these little micro baits really, to me, come into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, like, when we're up shallow sight fishing, definitely at least half of our rods will have the micro stuff on them.
Interesting. Are
Mhm.
you going lighter line on the micro as well?
No, same line, like 4 or
Okay.
6 pound.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
might surprise some people.
Yeah, 6 pound like is probably our average. Sometimes 8 if we feel like we need to, especially dragging the juvie. If we're dragging baits, probably like 8. I
Okay.
prefer to be at 8.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, it's definitely small. I think the original GLF stuff was already very small for people, and that's kind of become a little bit more acceptable now to people. And I felt like, okay, now is the time to kind of push it even further and make people more uncomfortable again until they become comfortable again.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Very
that's
cool.
what
Did you notice those juvenile craws were a particular color?
they were like an orangey, like a greenish orange when
Yeah.
yeah. But I think
Yeah.
that's part of it. I feel like is they were just coughing them up, like they were half digested. So don't they turn
Yeah.
like kind of that orangey color when they're being digested? So I think I don't know for sure what color it was, but definitely the size was like bang on with like this little bait. So I felt like I couldn't find this size of craw bait on the market
Mhm.
when I was looking, and this matches it perfectly. So yeah, I would say that we will definitely be throwing this stuff Saturday. Like, there will be scenarios where we're throwing this stuff.
So you said you found a group of smallmouth in a foot of water?
No, just at times, like
Oh,
not
got it, got it, got it.
now. No, just
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
at times, like in the fall. Actually, last year we got onto a bunch of largemouth that we didn't even know we just went into a bay on one of our local lakes, and we were testing the micro underspin to make sure that it was swimming right, because we were trying to dial in the blade action. And so we got around some pencil reed and sand, and we're like, let's just go there. It's like a foot of water, and we were just like, it was like every cast. We couldn't see the fish, but we were like, man, they are just smoking this thing. And they weren't huge; they were like 2-pounders, but we were shocked. Like, we couldn't believe how many fish were in those pencil reeds that we couldn't even see.
That's crazy cool.
Yeah. Yes. And we would never have been able to fish that as effectively because the other stuff just sinks too fast.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, we were just kind of throwing them around and just whaling on them. I felt like every cast we were getting one.
That's crazy cool.
Yeah.
Neat story.
I remember years ago on Oneida Lake when it used to get milfoil in it. In early July, that was the way you'd find the big groups of fish. You could go through and you would snag the milfoil and pull it up, and the little tiny juvenile crawfish would be crawling on the stalks of the milfoil, and then you knew to slow down and take your time because the bass would be in there crushing on them little tiny crayfish.
What color were they, Big JP?
They were like a really light green pumpkin with orange tips on their claws. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then the other thing is we got this new terminal wallet. Did you get one?
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are badass. I saw those when we filmed last time we did. Those are really cool.
Yeah.
That's perfect, man.
Yeah, we were just tired we couldn't find a good solution. I've tried, we used to use those Bass Mafia boxes. We thought those were going to be good. Trays and putting rice in them to try to keep the rust off of them and all sorts of stuff out there. We just couldn't find anything. And for me, I really like keeping the hooks, all my terminal in the original package, because I don't like them like bouncing around. I don't like not knowing what I need, like what I don't have. I like knowing, okay, I've got 2 packs or 3 packs of this left. And I also feel like when terminal is bouncing around and hitting each other, it kind of like wears them out, like the hooks and stuff. So when you're like in rough water, you're moving your tackle tray or whatever, and those hook points, I just feel like they don't hold as good over time when they're just in like a box or something. So yeah, for us, this seemed like the best solution. It allowed us to keep like all of our stuff in here. I mean, it's not just GLF, it's it's whatever, it's like hooks, and I've got some Gamakatsu stuff and whatever, right? Even SD cards, like one of them has some SD cards for my units. Nice. All these little pockets are waterproof, so they've got like a little zipper that goes across the 3, and you can put 2 or 3 packs of stuff into each one. So like, for example, this one here has like 2 packs, so you can put like 2-3 packs in each little slot. There's 48 slots, so you can imagine how much stuff you can put in here. So it keeps everything really organized, easy to see, flip through. Yeah, I've got like 6 of them in my boat now with I've got one with just underspins, one with tube heads and other jig heads, and yeah, no, I'm super pumped about that. And yeah, and then the last release is just some new colors in the drop kick shad. So this bait's become a big deal for us. So we got Goby, Shiner, which is a really sick color. It's hard to see. That's a good color. And then the green pumpkin shad, which has become a big player for us. Up here, we also have Matt 309, but I used up all my packs, and I have more coming, and they haven't got here yet. So did you get any of those, Travis?
Yeah.
Matt 309? Big shad?
No.
Did I send you a bunch? No. Okay, yeah. I think we'd sold out already by the time I put that order through. So yeah, so that's it for these July ICast releases.
Well,
Nice lineup, man.
It's exciting. I saw a couple comments about some of the baits, like the drop mill, the smaller size. They were asking if they wanted a drop shot. I think a size 4 hook would work with that. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, size 4. Yep. Yeah, I also Cindy rig with that one. So, with the little ball head, just cast it out and wind it back. It's just so much stealthier. And sometimes when they won't eat anything else. I mean, again, these are like these are tools in your toolbox. Like if you can't get them to go on other stuff, this is kind of your last resort. You're like, okay, like if they're not going to eat the normal stuff, like they should eat this stuff. So yeah, I found that it has made a big difference at times catching a key fish, or, you know, especially tricking like a stubborn fish where you know it's there and it just won't bite. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff you want to throw. The 2-inch Juby craw I've probably fished both, like the regular one and that 2-inch equally now, I would say, especially if I'm around guys and I know the fish.
I was really impressed with how that tube head was perfect match for that size. You know, downsizing the tube head and
hold that close, Travis. I want to see that new Juvie craw. Put your hand behind it real quick.
It's tiny.
That's perfect, man. I feel that cavity up, dude. With I'm sorry, man. I love that Procure smallmouth magic.
Yeah,
I think it makes a difference, dude. It's like they get a little juice bite, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I know super small isn't the most exciting for everyone, but it's probably making people scratch their heads. Like, how am I going to catch fish on baits that size?
They work.
That's it. That's all I got.
They work, man.
Cool.
Good stuff, man.
I'll be using a few. I got a bunch of the underspins came, and I think in the 1/8 ounce. Does that sound right?
1/8 ounce. There's some
Micro?
3/16.
Yep.
Yeah, some 3/16.
No, that'd be good to try. And then,
did you say 330 seconds too?
Yep, 330 seconds.
All right. So what's the give me the math. What's the lightest?
330 seconds.
Thank you.
Is the
1/8,
latest.
3/16. Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's probably all you need. You know, I think the panfish anglers will also appreciate these, you know, good quality small baits. So I think we're going to see a lot of anglers who fish jumbo perch or crappies or whatever really like these. Yeah. Cool.
No doubt. I got a largemouth application. I'm not saying it because I got a championship coming up. I'll be calling you, Dan.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Have you fished those rods? Those
Not yet. I've canceled my trip coming up to New York, man. And the tournaments that I fished with Scooter, I had a big bait in my hand. Like a big bait. Locked. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, we won one. Yep. Should have won the championship. Had the bites to win. So, but in the fall, they will be in play.
I'm sure.
I will keep you posted.
You coming back up?
100. I didn't come up this spring. I had to cancel. Work just got kooky for me. But I want to do a fall trip with Travis, or maybe even a summer trip if he's got any openings, you know. So he's got to keep me posted. I've never been up there in the summer, so I don't know what that experience is like. But I would do both. I would come up in the summer and the fall because I really love the fall. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Let me know, man. I mean, if you want to go on a trip or something, I know you've got a busy guidance schedule. So, but I would really love to try New York in the summer. I think it would be fun. Don't know what to expect because I've never done it.
It's probably not as fast and furious as spring, I would say, or, you know, even the fall. But I think it's, I don't know, Travis would probably, he spends more time out there than I do.
No, I agree with that.
I feel like summer is kind of grindy at times. Like summer.
I like a grindy bite. I don't mind working for him. I do.
I love the summer up there. Summer.
Do you? Why? Sun, just because of the weather?
Long days.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I just want to get a topwater bite somewhere.
Everywhere else in the country, it's 102 degrees, and you go up to Cape Vincent at 74 with a nice breeze, you know, in August.
Yeah, the fish can be stubborn, unlike the spring.
Not as bitey. Well, that's when we're going to throw those dang micro baits, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, is that when you would employ them as summer dog days? I mean, is that
100%?
Okay. I mean, that'd be cool to try that out. Travis, you got a pack. You got the sleeve, right? You're loaded.
Yeah. I'm going to
put them to work with that new GLF rod, man. 2 of them.
In the comments here, if you guys are interested in ordering, you can use SmallmouthCrush 15.
Ooh,
Was
nice.
it lurenet.com, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, lurenet.com. Yep. Yeah, I would say from now, especially when the fish are up shallow, like shallower, like from 1 to 15 feet. This is when those little micro baits will really shine. We do make that tube head, that micro tube head in a 3/8 ounce, and that will fall probably with that little 2-inch bait as good as like the 1/2 ounce.
Like a
With the
rocket.
regular like with the regular Juvie Cross. So that one's still gonna be player when they go deep. Or if you got like a heavier finesse jig or something, that little snack rod will be a player. I would say that the micro for St. Lawrence and Lake Ontario, like the micro stuff probably won't play as much once they're deep. It's just hard to get those tiny little baits. That said,
Sure.
we have started to see where slow falling baits are a big deal out deep.
When is the 1.75 tube coming out?
Oh, that's pretty small. You want to sorry, a 1 point what?
1.75 inch and 3/4.
Well, I mean, you want a tube? This is our tube. This is better than a tube. I catch them better than a tube on a Juvie Craw. For me, it's hard, right? Like, I feel like we've made a better product than a tube. The tube's been done. There's lots of tubes out there. So that's probably not somewhere that I'm going to mess around with too much. Like, I like tubes, don't get me wrong. Like, want a lot of money on tubes and time and place. But I don't know, the Juvie Craw has just, for me, become the confidence bait over a regular tube. So I don't know. I think 2 is probably good enough for me in terms of how small I want to go. Feel like it might get really, really quiet if I make smaller baits in this stuff.
Right.
I feel like everyone just like, what is going on right now? Why is there such small baits being made?
2026, the Nano series is coming.
Yeah, I've already. It's funny. I already thought about that. If I ever did smaller baits, how do you go
micro to nano? You go nano.
Yeah,
It's got to be nano, man.
One inch Juvie Craw.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Right. What if that made
Yeah.
a difference? That would be kooky.
I'm seeing this change make a difference. So why
I mean,
not?
the biggest thing is you're also with these smaller baits, you're working that area more effectively, or I should say slower, more effective, just not a lot of movement, right? Because you got to keep that bait on the bottom or however you're fishing it. It just kind of forces you to slow down those zones. I think that helps.
Yeah, I would say for sure the micro stuff is more when they're there. Like, and you're like, man, we should be getting bites here. That's kind of the scenario in my mind where people should think, okay, these micro baits, I can see them on scope, they're not biting. I can see them in front of me, they're not biting. Or I know they should be here, and I really want to know. And we're gonna have a video come out here where I'm talking about moving the Juvie Craw. Normally you move it 6 inches to a foot at a time. This one will move like a lot slower, like almost half the speed. And I feel like it could be even mentally, like you said, it forces you to slow down, and sometimes that super slow approach is what it takes.
Depth and speed, man. Depth and speed and cadence.
Yeah. But I have seen like fish
shape profile.
Absolutely like react like crazy. We'll throw regular size stuff and then throw the micro stuff, and it's like it's almost
without
like boom.
hesitation.
That's what they're keyed in on, is like baits that small, and they're super common, and they don't see that. Like, other anglers aren't throwing super micro baits very often, so
yeah,
they're going, wow, like that's probably not something that's going to hurt me, because nothing's ever hurt me that's that small.
Yeah, those little Juvie Craws. Yeah, the pinchers don't hurt. That last one bit me on the tongue pretty good.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they feel anything when that happens. It's cool.
Yep. So yeah, that's what's exciting right now. So we'll be talking a lot about little baits. Well, everyone's going big and giant, making sonar minnows and stuff like that. We're making micro, tiny little baits.
I like it.
Yeah,
me too.
feel like JP's speechless. He's like, "What are you even talking about?"
I don't know. I've seen JP. I forced him to throw some small stuff.
I don't know. I don't know if his screen's frozen or if he's just thinking about it and going, "How do
He's
I?"
in instant thought.
Taking it all in.
I feel awkward. I'm like, is this guy just staring at me? Like, what are you talking about?
No, that's typical JP. You're not experiencing anything anybody else doesn't experience.
Yeah.
That's just his MO, man. He thinks about it. He's
Yep.
deep in thought.
Well, then we'll see you definitely Saturday.
Yep.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
I
Yeah,
feel
we
like
got-
it's a little frosty tonight because you guys are going to compete. Travis is over there trying to figure out how am I actually going to fish as a co-angler. Dan's like, I can't wait to beat these guys' ass on these micro baits. And JP's going, fuck, I don't have any. What are we going to do?
Well, Travis has them. I don't know.
Doesn't
we'll
mean
see.
doesn't mean JP will.
I think a lot will be said when I get to the dock and Travis is either wearing knee pads or he's not. And then
There
we'll
you
know.
go. There you go.
He's in the back working on JP's
He's got his
Juvie
big
crop.
rubber.
Let's go.
Rubber boots and knee pads and
That's right.
just ready to go.
Do you wear knee pads when you flog? You should, right?
It actually hurts. You start where the strap gets you in the back of the leg is actually
Oh.
over time.
So that's a yes. You have tried it and it doesn't feel good. So
I've
just
worn
go
this
with-
year, but
How about just a little gardening mat? You know what I mean?
boat
Like
cushion? The
foam.
boat seat works good.
Okay, I got you. All right. Yeah.
I just keep my bibs on. Then my knees don't get scuffed up.
I know.
I mean,
Don't
you
you
sweat
get
like
hot?
crazy when the sun gets out and it's hot, but your knees don't bleed because your knees literally bleed if you don't wear knee pads. And I, like Travis was saying, I can't take that feeling behind my legs with the straps. I absolutely hate it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wear my bibs all day.
There you
Sounds like
go.
some kind of sexual torture you guys are describing with knee pads and bibs and sweating. I'm on my knees.
Well,
Did you
fireworks
see that
behind you.
firework?
That's
Yeah, there
nice.
you go.
That's sick.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
timed that
dude.
perfectly.
Dude, last year they did an insane. They must have spent $10,000, just a regular house, $10,000 of fireworks. And at this house right here, one year, I'm out here on my pool deck. You guys can see my pool deck, right? This is where I am. So the beach is right there, and I'm getting ready for a largemouth tournament, Travis. And
Yeah.
two people walk up right there to that fence, right there, and they're like, "Is this
Right.
your house?" And I'm like, "I literally have all my rods out, putting line gear. I'm fishing the Show on River tournament the next day."
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Yes, my place." And they go, "A Chinese lantern that was lit landed on your roof." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And they're like, "No." And I think it was their lantern. And then they just walked away. So literally, dude, I walked out to the street, another one, and I see a giant Chinese lantern on my roof. I go get a fishing rod. I throw a gotcha, which has two treble hooks, and I cast it on my roof, trying to like pull it off. It, like hustled inside to get my saltwater rod. I snagged it on my cedar shingle. Now I have to break it off, and I'm like, "Fuck! I gotta call 911." Dude, they rolled up. The fire truck's right there. They hooked and laddered my house, went up on my roof, took off two shingles, and they were smoldering. That was lit my
Wow.
fucking house. What if I wasn't out here? Holy fuck, dude. Right? Crazy. Anyway, that's the story of the night right there. So, and they're lighting
Jeez.
fireworks off right behind me right now. Better not be round 2 of that shit. I'm going to beat somebody's ass this year.
Damn
Oh,
Chinese
man.
lanterns, huh? Man.
It was not a little one. This was like a jumbo one with like multiple candles in it. Yeah. Legit. It's crazy. It was green. Anyway, there's my
Good
story.
story.
Where'd
That was
where'd
good.
JP go?
He did what he does.
He just disappeared. He's working his juvie cross. Stop it, JP.
I swear,
right.
as soon as I mentioned like 1.7 inch, he's like, I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I don't know.
Micro, I don't know about this.
I can't
I don't
do
know
it.
about this.
I know, right?
Just
You'll
laughing
see.
at MJ's comment there. Oh man.
What
I
did
know,
MJ
right?
say? What did he say, Chad? Put it up there.
He said a bunch of stuff.
Couple of bros on a boat busting out the knee pad. Oh man.
Yep. It sounds like some medieval torture thing that's happening in a dungeon. Floggers and knee pads. I don't like it
Floggers and
rubbing
knee-
on the back of my bibs and no underwear. See, I wasn't looking at any of the comments tonight, but man, I bet they were rolling in with that conversation. Where my mind was going. I don't like the feeling of the straps on the back of my knees. What are you doing? Oh yeah, your knees are going to be bleeding, man. I like to
Oh,
flog good for my partner. He wants to shoot me lost.
oh my gosh.
Oh
It's
my
so
god.
good. It's so good.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's good, man. I needed that laugh. It's been a heck of a spring and summer. We got fireworks,
Context is
random
everything.
stories. It truly is, right?
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
when is ICast, man?
Next week,
Oh
15th.
wow, I've never
Yeah.
been. I'd love to go to one year.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bassmaster Classic is probably cooler though, in terms of like
yeah,
what you'd see.
okay,
Like ICast for like just way better, I think.
yeah,
ICast is good, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's okay. Been
yeah.
like gonna be like my 11th time in a row or something. So
Wow, that's a lot, dude. You've been in the business a long time. I didn't realize
yeah.
that. It's a long
Yep.
time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, go down there and show these little baits and
Yep.
yep. So are you fishing tomorrow, Travis? You're going looking?
No, I got double tomorrow, and then I'm going all the way up till Saturday. So
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hear you guys talking about all the other tournaments, but I didn't even really consider the NPFL and
sure.
everything else going on right now. So yeah, that
Yeah,
might bring the weights down a little bit by Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, they're contained in the river, but you're right. That's going to be a lot of pressure.
maybe they were up. They were up top today. Pretty
Okay.
good
When you say up
practicing.
top, what do you mean?
Like up this way, far from Messina.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Clayton area. Interesting.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
a
I feel
long
like
run, but I think they know based on if you've done any research, right? Bigger bags come closer to the mouth, right?
Can
it can, yeah. So, well, everyone thinks that anyway.
right.
Might not be the case. I don't know anything about the St. Lawrence. I don't even know where I am half the time when Travis takes me out. I know Clayton
Yeah.
and Canoe Point
Cool. So, yeah. So you're
and
probably
the lost city of Atlantis.
There you go.
He's
all
beat
right.
for sure. He's been doing how many doubles have you done this year?
A lot.
Right, a lot.
Oh man, you must be worn out.
I love it. Like yeah, I'm worn out, but I like being out there all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got that backwoods double berry smokes going, man. Telling people leave it, don't move it, don't move it,
Shake it,
leave it,
shake it, shake it.
shake it, shake it.
All right. Cool. Well,
Awesome.
I'll let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna go
We're gonna-
rig
All
up
right,
a bit
I
more.
like
I
it.
get short tomorrow.
Short show.
Perfect,
Well,
man.
JP left. You're on vacation. And I got to work
right.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Right. It's perfect. An hour and 13
is.
minutes in, we wrap up. We see good Great Lakes finesse stuff, micro series. I
That's
can't
right.
wait to see how the competition. I mean, this is going to be fascinating. Who wins? What's the weight? 27 to 29. Dan just recorrected maybe because he said a lot of competition could push the weight down. You're a 25er. I can't wait to see the results of the NPFL. No scope, right? Because they're going to be fishing 2D. It's I'm watching that.
Well,
tournament
first of
because I
all, even
really
even if it
love-
was after the spawn, just summer.
yeah,
I don't think live scope comes into play as much in the river. I think you have a really good shot at catching a heavy
Shit.
bag without it in the river.
yeah,
Yeah.
drifting or shallow fishing,
Yep.
right? Because there's plenty of fish out there. Fry garden, you said,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah.
there's still some spawners.
It's nice
right?
to have.
and then there's
It's-
post spawn
yeah.
fish just eating, right?
80% of the time I'm not casting. 60% of the time I'm not casting the fish I see on live scope in the river.
Why?
A little bit of current, more effective just to keep that bait on the bottom.
Drift,
There's
drag.
A lot of reasons. Yeah,
Okay.
technique wise, sure.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I've been with you. I understand. I'm picking up what you're laying down. Very fascinating.
Yeah.
All right. This
we
is
got
going to be a
1,000
fun week.
Fun month. Thousand Island Open. We'll be up We'll be up at it again later this month.
Big boy lift truck, if anybody wanted to know.
Okay.
I didn't know what that was.
They're all lit on the bottom down here in Carolina, Travis. They got the neon lights and stuff and the fancy
Right.
rims. You would love it. It would get you hard, man, for sure, because you
Okay.
love that shit.
Yep.
That'd make your juvie car rise, brother.
All right.
Good enough. All right, Dan. We
Cool.
appreciate you hanging out with
Thanks,
us.
Dan.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, man. Beat Smallmouth Crush. Let's go.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'll
I'm
try.
excited, man. I can't wait. I'm excited.
I feel like anytime I'm fishing against them, the pressure's off me, because if I lose, well,
yeah, it's
I lost. Like, whatever. But if I win, it's like, oh, I beat him.
Well, this is not Travis's natural state. He's not his Camus.
True.
Sorry, why aren't you in the boat? I didn't catch that.
JP, because of Ranger money. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right.
That's $7 extra grand, right, or something?
I guess.
And what's cash and pay for the win?
I'm not sure. Depends how many boats show up.
How many boats are expected right now?
Probably 59, so he won't get Ranger money, and I could have taken my boat.
Oh, shit. You got to have 50 or 60, right?
60, right?
Probably. Yeah.
They don't get 60 in the cash-in?
I don't know.
I think you call the tournament director the night before and you make a game day decision. If it's
Probably.
46,
Well,
if
it's 56, what do you do?
But does he take sign up at the ramp?
Yes.
Oh, well, then you can't count on it. People got day before, so you don't know. Bring both boats.
I feel like there'll be 60 boats.
Yeah.
Why not bring both boats?
There you go.
Trailer your shit up there and go, JP, if there's 46 boats, we're taking mine. If it's 60 plus, we're taking yours. That's the deal.
There you go.
I like that.
There you
Problem
go.
solved. You're welcome.
All right.
All right, boys.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a great night, Dan. Thanks for coming on, man.
Guys.
Good to see you again. You got it.
Yeah.
And then there were two. Well, that was fun, dude.
Oh,
Nice short show.
Bad, bro.
Man, go get some sleep, bro. You got a double tomorrow. Do it up, man.
All right. As always, till next time, we'll see you guys on the water.
That was a short show.
Yeah. I'm not even talking after. I'm going upstairs.
Dude, hit it, bro.